I watched a video yesterday or the day before. I linked you guys on WhatsApp. It's 11 minutes and 20 seconds long, so I don't blame if you didn't watch it. I watched it spellbound, wishing there was 3 hours of it. This Ukrainian motherfucker. He's I think his call name is Quiet, which probably sounds sicker in Ukrainian.
Yeah.
He's got like a suppressed AR-15 or
but like the chick with the huge
weapon.
tits out of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yes.
I didn't know about her. I need to
Oh, yeah.
It's the other one, the Russian game with those like fembots. Don't let me get distracted. Hang on. This guy's got his GoPro on and it's fucking first person, good audio and great video. Like GoPros now are so goddamn good. It's not that fish lens, like, oh, come on, dude, lick your thumb. And no, it's like I'm in a movie. It's good POV. And he goes down into a hole, which is a bunker where his comrades are down into. And he's like, is like fucking Gregor dead? And he's like, yes, you pay ultimate price, comrade. And dude's dead over there with a jacket laid on him. Everybody's in there kind of scared, dirty, wounded-ish, got their guns and stuff. And he's kind of like getting them organized. And then he looks back out the hole, the entrance to the hole, and a grenade comes in and blows up. Boom! And everybody goes, it hurt. He runs out. He's like, fuck this. He goes out the hole, and there a Russian is. He goes, pop, 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 shoots the Russian. The Russian flick turns and throws another hand grenade at us. You see the grenade coming through the air. It lands right here and blows up. He goes, boom. He's like, fuck that. He doesn't go back in. He's like, come on, get out of the hole. He runs out and around and up on top of the thing they're all under. And there the Russians are. There's 3 of them right fucking there. He just starts destroying them. One of them's crawling, trying to get away. And he's going, it's just like we would because we're not army men. He shoots one a little, and then he's like, "Oh, that one moved," and he shoots the other one a little, and then he goes back. He's like, he wounds them all terribly, and then he kills them all one by one. And the whole time he's on the radio with command. Yeah, we've lost the left trench. 11 o'clock. We've lost 11 o'clock. Get out of the hole. Take 11 o'clock. And his guys are coming out there shooting. And he's like, all right, we've taken 11 o'clock. Friendly's in it. Friendly's in that trench now. And somebody's like, the orcs jump in the trench. It's 1 o'clock. Dude turns over here, and there they are. And they're like 40 yards away, and they don't see him. He's just killing them all.
Bizarre to be that close.
Guys. He kills 6 guys in 4 minutes, maybe.
With his
something
silenced,
like that.
What is the weapon?
Like an M4 type. He's semi-automaticing it, so just call it an M4.
After all of our other grenade discussion, it made me think that like you can't survive 2 grenades going off right next to you.
Depends on the grenade and like
these must be terrible grenades. Like, how do you?
Yeah, that seems really unlikely.
Did they not go off?
I hear you. The other thing is, I've watched a lot of grenade footage. Sometimes it lands in just the wrong spot. Like if it lands in a 1-foot hole, then it's kind of
in Tarkov. It can go in that bucket. It can go in that bucket in the hallway.
In Shoreline, I've been laying down and I had one land on the other side of a cardboard box and blow up, and it didn't kill me. I'm like, yep. Or people throw them into a bedroom and you jump up on top of the bed and it goes under the bed and then it doesn't kill you. It's
just like real life.
Yeah, I do not understand grenade damage. Like I've watched footage where like people seemingly are okay, seem to be okay, and then the comments explain like, no, that guy's toast. He's got 6 bullet holes in him.
It's like, you don't understand. 1 million chunks of metal fly out. And then the other one was like, blows up there. It's like, you don't understand. Total crapshoot. Like, it's like, what is it?
The one thing you're right about is I don't understand.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. There seems to be a huge gap between good and bad grenades.
The guy that's closer to the mouth of the cave who like eats the grenade more or less, our cameraman is like, fucking Vasily, are you still alive? And dude kind of looks over his own body and goes, he was like, fuck, we got to get out of this hole, boys.
That's
like how Final Destination starts.
As you were telling the story, it's like, dude, the temptation is to go deeper in the hole. That's not going to win you any fights. You got to get out and fight. The situation's not going to improve unless you.
I'll say this: I know in World War I, they would do this thing where both sides would miss on purpose because if you hit somebody, they'll just replace them. They will be replaced. So just miss, just keep missing, and the number of men on the line will remain the same, and nobody will die. So they would just do that. The Russians are being forced forward or something, or they want it because they're coming. They're coming. And waves of men running through the forest with rifles. They're coming.
I watch a lot of Ukraine footage, and I've heard more that both the things you said. So on the World War One thing, like they were intentionally missing each other. There's a famous thing where I guess they played soccer against each other on Christmas Day,
Mhm.
and the guy making the video was explaining like, yeah, everyone knows about the soccer. Not everyone knows that they kind of sort of stopped fighting like weeks leading into that. They were intentionally shooting in the air, and as soon as one side got a kill, the other side would get a kill, and everyone would be like, whoa, this is getting kind of warish.
Yeah.
Dial it back. You know?
So they just wanted to hang out in the shit trenches forever.
Part of how World War One ended and how no one was ever making progress was the people in the trenches figured out that it wasn't to their best interests to shoot each other. So they would just miss and drag it on and survive. And then Kyle had a second point. Yeah. So the Russians, it's not in their best interest to do what they're being commanded to do, which is like rush these things, right? They'll be like, Woody, you take them from the front, Kyle, you come from the flank. And I quickly figure out, you know what would work well for me? What if I attack the front really slowly and let Kyle soften them up and let Kyle attack them, and then I'll just fucking chill. When Kyle's 90% finished, I'll jump in and be like, yeah, sorry, traffic or whatever. And then it's Kyle's incentive to do the same thing. So these Russians are not fighting hard like they should, and they're letting each other down when they have a manpower advantage. So now they're putting the
advantage. They're giving up the tactical advantage, sort of an L attack where you're attacking from one flank and then head on, and both parties have to fully engage for that to be effective. If you do anything else, then it's just like a game we play.
Then these guys with the defensive positions will kill you as you run into the machine guns that are mounted and pointed where you're coming from. So now they put these Russians in these positions where it's like, take this, and you have to either take the position or die. If one of those things didn't happen, then I know you didn't do your job and we shoot you in the back. And that is the kind of stuff that's happening on the Russian side right now. It is.
I suppose you don't need motivation as a Ukrainian because you're like, I'm defending the home turf. Like, I think that's probably why it's so hard to invade a country, though. Because, like, if people are like, this is rightfully ours, they have all the motivation in the world. And these other people, they're just kids that are just fucking doing what they're told.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Drafted Afghanistan. Yeah.
I linked you guys.
Well, you see,
Russian...
Afghanistan, you have like the whole like anti-terrorist thing. Like that was a massive motivation. So they're just like, all right, that's enough motivation for us to go to this country and do whatever the fuck we want.
Oh, so, for the U.S. government, I was saying the failure of the U.S. military to like win Afghanistan like bolsters your point. But, people defending where their home is like are going to.
But after a while, like that sort of ran out of steam. Like it was like 2001. You had like a good like 5-6 years where it's like fuck those towel heads, and then all of a sudden they're just like we're sort of getting over this now, so it was never gonna happen. Like they're never like that shit had to be.
I think we killed all the ones we were originally mad at, Jim. That's how we want to be over. Everybody says we lost those wars, and I get that. Like we didn't go out there and clean them out like John Wayne would have. And we didn't ride in there and take their whole government down and prop up a new one. We didn't do a Japan, Germany. But Jesus, I think we literally did kill all the ones we were originally mad at. Like it was their sons we were fighting by the end of the war. Like,
I mean, the same
how did we
day
allow them to
the
reproduce?
The same day the U.S. left,
should have sterilized them.
Like the Taliban was like following them out, like the front of their shoes on the back of their boots. Like, you leaving, huh? Ha ha ha. Like, and we're in charge again.
Yeah, you can't really say it was a win. I don't think.
Not at all.
But at the same time,
it was a tie.
It's a huge L.
That's the American
huge
win.
L. Yeah. We've tied every war since 2.
I bet there's a lot of people over there.
We're like a UFC fighter who's fought like 7 years too long, and we've ruined our initial good record with a bunch of ties.
Do you think
we tied Vietnam? That guy's career sucks. God damn, that's like maybe Korea.
America just needs to start fighting influencers for money. You know.
That's what we fight now. Yeah, we fight Epic Mealtime Men and Sam Hyde.
Yeah, exactly.
Ideally.
Yeah.